Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. This is fine. Okay. So, first of all, I have a ship to build. I'm going to do that flat. I do not know if I need to open up a stream chat for this, but I will later at least. Okay. First, I need to go over to Pac-Man. Hold on. My sound isn't up. Why isn't my sound up? Game sound, I mean. Of course, I updated some software and never... Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Software updates. Frick. Okay, that ought to fix it, but I have to restart Elite. Wonder if I can just bounce to the launcher and back. I bet I can. Oh well. Oh, and this is going to load up in VR. I'm a professional. Yeah, good. Sounds working. There. All right. Now I'm going to go to Pac-Man. Am I on my carrier? Oh, I'm on Vanguard. Okay. Let's send the carrier to Pac-Man and then run over there. What is the, No. 2 C's? No. I don't remember what it is. Is it the Mamama one? Jeez. Oh, it's got a U in it before the... Okay, I get you. I get you. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. How come I can't view the system map on this one? Huh. It's acting like I haven't been there before. I totally thought I had. Oh well. That's okay. Alright, now we gotta get over there.
Flight assist off.
And then I'll build the ship.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
The hell?
Hull integrity compromised.
Okay, that was weird. My vertical thrusters weren't working. indeed.
This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in this system prior to departure. Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander.
Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity
All right.
compromised.
First, let's...
Docking.
Oh, I'm carrying a heart.
Engines shutting down. Welcome, Commander.
People have been buying hearts from this carrier. Because I had a lot of them, and now I'm down to 5, which I just picked up like the other day. Let's get the limpets off of here as well. Make it easier. On myself. Did that confirm? I always get confused by this interface. Alright, I guess that confirmed. My inventory is empty. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, I wrote down what I needed. And what ships some of the things were on. I have to find life support somewhere. I can steal life support from somewhere. Even if it's one of my other AX ships. Okay, first of all, I have this... No, not that one. This one. This has a few things I need. Looks like the plant, the distributor, and a module pack we need off of this. I built this whole ship and fully engineered it and never flew it even once after that. Okay, anyway. The power plant we want. And the life support is size 5. The FDL has 4 life support, so that doesn't work. The distributor, however, we will take. And we want... Oh god, why does it always back out? Still get mixed up on this interface too. Okay. We want this repair limpet. And... the... Oh, there isn't a size 4 module reinforcement, Guardian module reinforcement on this. Oh, that's on a different ship. I'll get it. Okay. We need to go over to... I have a Type 10 as a part I want. So many ships. This one. There we go. Okay, this has supposedly, yeah, Guardian module reinforcement. Store one of those. Okay. And now that should be everything we need except I need a cargo rack, a laser, and some guns. Okay. So let's take something from my Mamba, which I haven't been flying lately. This laser.
5 minutes.
Lockdown in 5. Store that. And I need the size 2 shards. Store. Store. Okay, so now how many do I have? 2A shards. 1, 2. That's it. Wait. 3, 4. I have 4 of them. Okay, and I didn't have to take any off my chieftain. Okay, great. So the chieftain can remain fully built. Boy, I think that's everything except a life support. I don't think the FDL has its life support on it. Alright, let's go check it out though before I go hunting around. Okay. This ship we are rebuilding. Bunch of Gauss cannons, shield boosters we don't need. Oh, I want another neutralizer. I think I'm out of neutralizers. Maybe not. Let's check. Yeah, I need to get a neutralizer off another ship. That's okay. So, modified heat sink launcher here. Oh, actually, I want to swap that with this top slot. And this one we'll just store because we're going to put a neutralizer there. Oops, and then I backed out of outfitting because I always hit the back button. Because I'm stupid, I guess. Okay, power plant. Replace with this 6A armored. Thrusters. Oh, these aren't fully engineered. In that case, I'm going to go take them off of the I'm going to go take them off of the Mamba. Let's put a better frame shift drive. Here's a 3A, that's fine. I don't need anything else besides that. Just want it to be A-rated. Life support. I have nothing stored, so I gotta grab that from another ship. Power distributor. Replace with that one. Okay, that's the internals except for life support. Maybe I'll grab the life support off the Mamba too. Do that while I'm thinking about it. Come on, there you go. Yes, please. Okay, outfitting, core, life support, stored. Oop, I think lockdown is happening. Thrusters, these are fully engineered. Oop, and there's the lockdown. Alright, 2 minutes later.
Attention. Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Alright, I'll open a stream channel. in case somebody wants to chit chat. Come on, Discord. Anytime you're ready. Here we go.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar base secured.
There. Got it. Become a speaker. All right. Good enough.
Maintenance task information.
Blue.
All decks are prepared.
Last time was the first time I ever saw you without VR. Who's this man? Yeah, I am gonna turn on VR. This is running VR. I just switched it to flat for the sake of building the spaceship, and then I'm gonna switch back. Very much prefer VR, but it's a little unnecessary for moving modules around. Plus the shipyard in Odyssey in VR is bananas because it's still like super buggy and the ships appear behind you and stuff. For flat, do you use Odyssey's graphics? I don't know if I know what you mean. I mean, I'm still in Odyssey, so...
All carrier crew. Frameshift drive engaged.
I mean, I guess, yes, I'm using... I've been playing in Odyssey, because that's where everybody is, so... And sort of dealing with the frame dropping, and getting a little upset about it. And trying not to be upset. You can still run the game from the old launcher. I mean, I can load Horizons. I like the way everything looks in Odyssey. I just don't like the way it doesn't use my whole GPU, and because of that, runs like garbage. But I like the way it looks. I like how everything's dark and bright, and there's a lot of higher contrast and stuff. That's a lot closer to what space would be, you know? It would be like, in most situations, complete darkness when in shadows, and blinding bright light when not in shadows. And there's no soft shadows in space because there's nothing to scatter light. So anyway, it's closer to that. It's still a game. It would be weird to have a game where you couldn't see most of the time. So it would have to be like if the game was really gonna go hard sci-fi, right? And they're on that line, right? They do it when it could still be fun, but they don't really go hard sci-fi. Frame / whatever issues stick, and sometimes I really don't know what. Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's something that irks you, how do you know, right? Yeah. What was I in the middle of? I was... switching out core modules. Okay, so this is the thrusters that I needed from this ship. Yeah, so store these, please. Alright, back over to the FDL. And I need to rename it. Because I used to use... the name that's on my Mamba used to be on this. So anyway. We'll give it a new name. And maybe I will like the ship. Maybe I won't. Okay. Outfitting core. Okay, now I have the thrusters I want. Right here. So I have some other partially engineered ones, which I'll finish up sometime, I guess. Assuming I like the ship. This is the thing. I'm not engineering anything for this ship because if it sucks, then I haven't wasted much of my time. The life support, we'll use that. And that's everything. Because the sensors were already good, right? Yep. Oh no, I have an A-rated lightweight. That's not what I want. Do I have anything different? I don't. We'll go with it for now. I rather prefer long-range D-rated to lightweight A-rated. But there's not a humongous difference. At least not on this ship. And that is all done. Okay, so let's get over to optionals. No, I do not need a shield generator, thank you. I would like a repair limpet. I'm such a casual, I still haven't unlocked a third of all the engineers, yeah. I really like building ships and carefully building ships. I had to get into that engineer stuff. For sure. Fully into it. Okay. And here we want, oh shoot, a cargo rack. Did I take the cargo rack off of? I want a cargo, I need a resistant cargo rack. Okay, we'll just store that then. This one will swap with a module reinforcement. This one. Space trucking. Yeah, you don't need all the engineers unlocked to enjoy this game. Lots of people in Discord don't have all the engineers unlocked, and they seem to have a great time with it. I don't personally at this point. I like everything to be like maxed because I'm trying to push everything to its limits and doing mostly combat, so I very much like that. Okay, that one is good. I need an AFM in here. Here we go. Love a Cobra 4. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that ship either. I would like that as an AX ship, actually. Okay, and then I backed out. Okay, let's go get a cargo rack off my Mamba, because I just can't get it all in one go. I keep forgetting things. And then I think we actually have everything. Perfect for exploration and trucking. I have, because I didn't have access to it, I never looked really closely at the other stat differences. Just that it has an extra hard point was kind of the only thing that I really paid attention to. Actually, I think it could be really fun as an Odyssey ship because you roll with like all dumbfire missiles. It's sort of an amazing dumbfire missile platform with the extra hard point. Because you could put advanced missile racks in there and they have tons of ammo when you mod them high capacity. They're super great, better than the original dumbfire racks. Optional anti-corrosion store. Okay. And back. That really should be the last thing I needed. This all might go up in flames. I think I can do it, but it might just be a heat box that's not worth trying to manage, but I can't wait to try. I do have just heat sinks for days. Oh my god, the neutralizer. That's the other thing that I wanted. I could just roll without a neutralizer just to try it out. I'll probably put it on because I want to give it a fair shake. Okay. Here we are putting a laser. This one. Long range turret. No, that's a gimbal. This is the one we want. Long range turret. And then these. You fly 100% with assist off. Yes, I have flown that way since June last year. When they announced that they weren't going to keep working on Odyssey VR. I had a existential moment and then convinced myself to keep playing the game by doing something else to add something new and make it fun. So I committed to being FA off after that, and it doesn't take that long to get used to it when you just 100% commit. And therefore, I did it, and now I'm super happy that I did. What was I doing? Shard cannons. 2A shard cannon. Equip. Same thing with you. 2A shard cannon. Two more. And last one. I gotta see how they stack these to get the triggers right. I really like it is yes, FA off all the time is like a it's like an acrobatics. It's like, you know, planning your path and you know, landing and stuff is all about sort of countering all your thrusts and things like that. But when you're actually like flying in combat or something, you're not always countering thrusts. You're sort of creating a path where you want to be and where you want to be pointing. And yeah. Okay, so the two top ones are the top. So right and left. And then left and right. Huh. Okay, so we got right, left, left, right on the FDL. Yeah, okay. So that means what I will do for fire groups is lasers 2, right, left, left, right. Okay. Let's put the rest of the ship together. Utility mounts, everything's here except my neutralizer. The cores are all here. Cargo rack. Anti-corrosion cargo rack. Everything else is done. So that's it. So, second fire groups, I have repair and a neutralizer will go there. And, oops. Here's all the guns, AFM. Great. Tons of power too. I tried to fit this all into a 5A power plant, but it's way not enough. So here we find ourselves. Okay, I am going to grab the neutralizer off the Mamba, and then I will change the name of this ship, and then I will actually kill an interceptor with it. Or die trying. I think I can do it. The question is, do I start with a Cyclops and take it easy on myself? I think a Cyclops is going to just feel so easy in almost any ship now. Store the neutralizer. think I flew this FDL in AX, but it was so long ago that I was using shields. And I don't think I really knew what I was doing. So I don't have any idea. What's gonna happen exactly. Utility points. Shut down field neutralizer. Okay. Set the fire group. Here we go. That's it all. Load up with limpets.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Alright, now I'm going to turn on VR. We're going to go find some baddies to kill. Let's see. I need to change my audio path as well. Yes, I know. And of course, the game can't be polite enough to put its window in the right spot. Can't I reset my position? Oh well. Display is this. Borderless. That work? Seems to have worked. There it goes. And I need Twitch chat. All right. So Twitch chat. Rename, yes. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. We are gonna call this guy Livery. We're not gonna call it Livery. I was thinking about this today. What am I gonna call it? I am gonna call it Old AXFDL. No, I'm not. I'm gonna call it Harsh Language. Wait, now I think I can't spell language. Did I spell language right? I swear I can spell if nobody's looking at me. I think that's right. Harsh language. If it's not, then yell at me. Okay. 10 out of 10. It's, what if you're lying to me? What if it's not right? I think this cockpit will be okay if it starts icing up. If the cooling works the way it should and I get a lot of ice, then this might be the first time I agree with everyone that the bar on the FDL is annoying. Normally I don't care about it. I need to figure out where. Let's just launch.
Flight assist off.
I want to go to the megaship.
Landing gear retracted.
Release. Move clear of the landing pad.
Alright. Where are we and where is the megaship? Way over at the B star, of course. Or is this the C star? Pacman C. Let's go here. Inquisitor. Oh. Oh my god, are you serious?
You have departed the no-fire zone.
It's
Farewell.
264,000 light seconds. Hold on. Hold on. I'm changing my mind. No wonder we never came to this system to clear the incursions. You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I can't believe it. Doesn't look like there's that many. I wonder if I could faster fly the carrier there. Holy shit.
Flight assist on.
Why does it turn my flight assist on when I go to carrier management? That's so irritating.
Flight assist off.
I do not need that. Fly me to the sea star. I almost don't care where. If you can put me at this planet, I will be so happy. Alright,
Flight
successful.
assist on.
Now can I get
Flight
there
assist off.
before the carrier does? No, you know what? Why don't I just go see if there's any
Drive charging.
see if there's any signal sources nearby. We'll just fight a Cyclops without a mission.
2.
Or whatever. Okay. Alright, Thargoids. Yeah, you're way out there. Not around there. Let's find one close. Where's the orbit around this star? Can I see him this way? God, I don't see any. They only... God, they're all far away. Is this literally they're all over there? Seven... 6. They're all at the sea star. Yep, that is it. That is all the non-human signal sources are all at the sea star. Can I go 264,000 light seconds before my carrier can? God, that's annoying. I don't even want to. I would rather, like, go take a break. Let's land it. Let's make sure I got the guns right, actually. I'll do that. Wait, the FDL is rubbish in Super Cruise. Look at this.
Flight assist
All right.
off.
Alright. Right side, left side. Awesome. That grouping is awesome. Okay. That's gonna be fantastic. Alright, let's go land it.
Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
What was that? Get on the deck. Thank you.
Damage.
Jeez.
Successful. Ship has docked.
With this garbage.
How may we assist you?
I wish I looked at that star distance as soon as the carrier jumped. I could have been there by now, probably. Oh well. Well. What do I do in the meantime? I can disembark. Reach down here to these controls. The dock is over there. Wait,
No
it's
gravity.
over here.
Magnetic contact active.
Look at this. The ship kit on the FDL, like, is extra landing gear. It actually, like, touches the ground. Wish I could jump in here. Seems sort of like bullshit that I can't. Alright, anyway. To the command deck. Take me upstairs. Reach around the stick to get at these things? No, that sucks. Alright, whatever. I can swing the sticks out of the way if I need to, but... Not gonna let me sit there, is it? Whatever. This is my cool person chair. Whoa. Great. Awesome. Alright. Well, now we wait 10 minutes. Dumb. Take this off my face for me. Well, anyway. How are you guys doing? Apparently I have a drinking problem. Spilled it all over myself. Okay, that's fun. I think I need to get a towel. All right, I'm gonna find something. Find something to clean up with. Hold on. All right. Well, this system is dumb, and I blame that for this whole enterprise. Oh well. Now we wait. Turn this on. I can't see. Hold on. There we go. Look up just a little bit. There we go. 6 minutes. Ah, you could do worse, I guess. Boo. Yeah, it was the right move to not try to fly there. I would still be halfway there probably. Shame though. What time zone are you in? This is the end of my day too, but almost never stream in the day. Oh, so this must be Europe somewhere, England. 5 minutes. Well, appreciate you hanging out. One zone to the east from England. Yeah, I think they're 4 hours away from me. Or is it 5? Well, whatever. They have their overlapping time change. We have like 2 weeks where they're a different number of hours apart from us, but oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I'm still playing it, even with several things that kind of have been disappointing. I didn't stream much the past couple of. I think I sort of didn't do the normal streams this week, but yeah, exactly. Wait for the carrier to jump. Audacious, it was this or fly 260 something thousand light seconds. 6 hours, yeah, 5 from some weeks, yeah. 3 minutes, well, almost 4. I don't think this is my best life. I have to disagree. We're gonna see. We're doing it. I'm gonna test the FDL, and one way or the other, there's gonna be fire, and it might be Thargoid fire or it might be me. Once I'm out there, I guess I'll see. I was thinking like, should I fight? Should I just do a Cyclops just to see how the ship feels, or do I jump right at a Basilisk and possibly die? This is like, this will be the lowest hull ship that I have ever killed an interceptor with. Okay, sorry. The FDL is a tribal arm tattoo of the universe. That must be pejorative. Oh yeah. Went to classes in the morning. Oh yeah. Oh, the lights just turned off in the carrier. Does it always do that? Why did that happen? And now they're fading back on. Does that always happen? Do you go to college or a school of some kind in Chicago? Sounds like it. Well, it's not very popular for AX combat. Um, so I'm either gonna find a ship that I like that isn't very popular, or I'm gonna find out why it's not very popular. There are things I like about my Mamba in AX, um, but the weapons that work best on it, I think, are the shards, and those I think will work better with the higher turn rate versus sacrificing a little speed. College student worked as a teaching assistant. Nice. That's the way to go. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Chicago's all right. I've been there a few times. It's like 5 hours drive for me or something. I think. Yeah, I know. It's FDL being a combat ship obviously is nothing new, but there's something horrible in my eye. Oh well, I think I got it. But not typical for AX. Probably because of the way the internals are laid out. It's you can't get the hull very. I mean, in basically attempting to be the same configuration, the Mamba has better hull and better module armor at the same time. So, but anyway, a class 4 AX gun. Well, if they start rolling out things like motherships or something like that, then maybe we can advance beyond size 2s. Because really, it's only the size 2 that are legitimately used for the most part. A little bit of like the size 3 shards when you're just like speed running them, not going for accuracy. All right, here we go. Oh no, you can't see. Here we go. And we'll have the audio at least. I don't hear the audio. I'll be down with the carrier with more than one fighter drone. Oh, okay. Well, you can have a size. Well, what's this? The fighter base can have more than one fighter at a time. Carrier height prediction. Oh, I'd be ready. I love height predictions. All right, we're here. Oh, and it's freaking out.
Carrier jump successful.
Jump successful.
Attention. Carrier lockdown has ended.
One needs to be human. Yeah. But you can you can bring a friend and you can fly a fighter and they can fly a fighter, or they can fly 2 fighters if you have 2 friends. 100% space trucker. Well, to each their own, right? All right, I need to get up. How do I get up? Oh, push any button to get up, of course. All right, let me out of here. I wonder if I could I have ridden the jump in the bar? I never tried. All my friends play with me, I'd still have 1 fighter. Are you suggesting you don't have any friends? Or you only have 1? Is it at the back or the front? It's at the back. Up we go. All right, here we go. I so rarely use fighters. I have one on my Corvette, but I don't really fly it. All right, now we're in business. There's a mega ship here too. A lot of stuff to do.
Release. The launch underway.
Let's see. I hate having to filter carriers. Alright, there. It's not that hard to find. Oh, this thing does rip when you pull the boost open, doesn't it? So this is just about as fast as my Phantom, my AX Phantom, but obviously with the turn rate being better. I need to have an AI use it on my gunship. I never get higher than yeah. See, I've had the one pilot, and I The only time she ever actually gets to fly is when I fly my Corvette, which is basically just for like if I need to do like a wing assassination mission or conflict zones, like wartime conflict zones by myself, like highs by myself. It takes too long to do them in other ships, my other combat ships, so I fly the Corvette for that. And that's the only time she gets to fly. But she's up to like dangerous or something. Because she just sits there though, taking however much percent, 11% or whatever it is of all the money I make, even out here fighting Goids. All right, Inquisitor. Oh, yeah, this thing does move. I like that. All right. See if with 5 heat sink launchers I can keep things under control for the actual fight. I don't know how well the laser's going to work being under the nose like this, but a size 2 turret just won't cool enough. So I can't like swap it and put it here and put one of the guns on the bottom. The grouping would still be good because the FDL has fantastic weapon grouping in any lineup, but I still think, so I think it's going to be like the laser probably won't run very much unless I intentionally sort of point it there. So that'll be the rub.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
The Type 10 isn't going to be the best thing for war zones. I mean, I don't know. It might be okay. It might be okay, but it's not as great a ship as it's not as great a ship for the things that it seemed to be made for. All right, what do we have here? Cyclops mission right off the bat. Oh look, no pictures. Great. Okay. Boy, I really hope that it is not going to send me, like, the trouble with a system that's this big, right? With almost 300,000 light seconds is it could spawn a mission signal way back at the A star. Oh well. All right, let's fight a Cyclops, and then we'll take an interceptor at the same time because those will both complete. And then the rest of them are locked out. I'm never gonna rank up with any of these factions if I can't do scouts, and I'm like, there's no conflict zones here. At least that's what I was told. Are there conflict zones here? Let's only show me POIs, signal sources. There are no AX conflict zones in the system. Awesome. Dumb. Okay. Alright, so I have a Cyclops mission. Gibson exists for you to fly a fighter and have your NPC back you up. Yeah. Well, that would probably do it. That would probably do it. Okay, let's go find a Cyclops and ruin its day. Hopefully.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, what do we have? Oh, there we go. Mission signal source. And it's close by. Great news. Non-human, 5. Excellent. Alright. Here goes nothing.
Flight assist off.
Here goes seriously nothing, because there's no interceptor in this instance. Oh well. It's mission, so we can just keep jumping in and out of it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Here we go. Once again, this time with feeling.
Flight assist.
There she is. Get our hard points going. Oh yeah. Look at the speed I'm already able to get with my orbit. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, that was rough, Mr. Thargoid. Now I can't keep my laser on you though unless I do this. Did you come in to get me? Let's just outrun him this way. Put him below me. My turret can still hit him. There you go, turret. And of course I can just outrun him in a straight line. The ship's fast enough. That was brutal. That first heart. I mean, I know it's just a Cyclops, but that first heart was brutal. No damage whatsoever. And I didn't even remember to pop a heat sink right away. Just killed it too fast. The ice doesn't seem too bad. Oh, he's getting close to me. Oh shoot! I wasn't paying attention. He's still trying to lightning me, I bet. Alright, let's turn around. Let's go. There it goes, shield down. Alright. Oh, I can actually maintain laser on him. Alright, let's do it. This time we'll remember the heat sinks. Cooling is good. Power. Alright. There it goes again. See if I can orbit with the laser on him. Taking some swarm fire there for a second. That's alright. Oh, it's tough to angle like that. I'm gonna keep him below me in orbit. Oh, it's a weird angle. I'm gonna get the lightning by accident. Uh-oh, missiles. Yeah, I heated up too much. To keep him so low in my view. It's weird trying to orbit like this. Whoa! This is not the ideal Thargoid ship. There we go. Okay, the shield's down. Let's go get him. Okay, beginning the orbit. sort of trying to get it almost by myself. So I'm not allowed to watch my monitor this late? Oh, shoot. Oh, I caught it! I forgot that so seldom do I actually fight Cyclops. I forgot. He was on a second to last heart. Sort of fly at this angle. He's still not doing much module damage to me. Yeah. Like nothing needs repairs. The power is ridiculous considering the speed and agility I have, but the power of 4 size 2 guns is ludicrous on this speedy a platform. But the positioning of that laser is rough. Basically, I just have to fly away and avoid him, which I can do. Or keep him below me like this. But anyway, Cyclops turned out to be easy. And the hull held up just fine. I haven't used any repairs yet. Oh, that shield is down. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's turn him around here. Finish off this last heart. Too far away. Fired my heat sink too early. That's okay. I have so many damn heat sinks. Closing in, closing in. Here we go. Oh, he got his shield up. Caustic missile. We can outrun that. So basically this is my orbit pattern then. I keep him below me and I use the sensor to find him. Oh, he dropped off my sensor. Why is that? Oh, you know why? It's because I'm not used to these are lightweight A-rated sensors. I'm used to being able to see farther. There he goes. It's a laser again. I'm really not used to being not able to see them, but like it's such a fast mover, I guess maybe it doesn't matter. I can just orbit like this. It is almost an ideal AX ship, I think. Oh, I got too far away. There it goes. Oh look, I can see him that way. This is sort of fun. Why don't I do this? Look at this! I kind of like this. Alright, well his shield's down. Let's finish him off. I have to keep dancing around like this. Let's see what my heat does when I just fire these things. Uh-oh. Get under the swarm. There we go. There. See how my heat does without heat sinks. Oh. Yeah, definitely need to burn heat sinks.
Incoming mission critical message.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
Incoming input drone.
Let's see. And both my missions procced, so that's good. Cool. I'm gonna go get that stuff. I earned it. I think this is a cool other option so far. That sideways orbit I'm interested in, and I can definitely outrun a basilisk better than I can in my chieftain, and I know I can do a chieftain kill. I can kill anything in a chieftain, so. The hull is so small that the repair limpets do a ton in no time, so that's nice about it. You got like no damage whatsoever. You can repair everything. The power plant, sure. Oh, I'm not allowed to repair that. Not unless I turn off my whole business. It's fine. Oh, and I turned off my sensors, so I lost track of it. I hope they didn't disappear when I did that. Oh, I'm gonna get caustic on me if I keep flying into here. Did I lose them? Sometimes they freak out and vanish. Maybe I lost them. Okay. Clouds should be clear. Yeah, I think they vanished. Oh well. Okay. That's fine. Let's go back. Let's go back and see if somebody will give us a basilisk mission. They probably won't, because I can't get any rep with these jerks without killing a bunch of scouts.
Drive charging.
But that was way too easy. Not really a fair test.
3, 2, 1, engage.
The power of 4 size 2 Guardian guns. Wow. The view is actually pretty good. It's better than it looks like it's gonna be from the outside. I've never had a problem with this cockpit.
Flight assist off.
No contacts in range, I'm sure. What on earth are you whining about? No contacts in range? Really? How close do you think I should be? Wait. I screwed up. I repaired my sensors and forgot to turn them back on. That's why I couldn't see the stupid Thargoid heart. What a dope. What else did I turn off? Anything? Nothing. Oh my god, I turned off my sensors.
Docking
That was
request granted.
amazing.
Landing gear deployed.
That was really fast though. This might be a good speed kill boat. Less staying power than the other ships probably.
Hull integrity compromised. Docking successful. Engines disengaged. Incoming message.
Oh, did I get a reputation change? Okay, that never hurts. Alright, we have generic interceptor missions, and I can't get the basilisk missions. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'll take all 3 of these and see
Mission
if I can
objective
find a
detected.
basilisk.
Mission objective detected. Mission objective detected.
Let's go! Still have 15 limpets, that's fine.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that earlier. Cat decided to watch my monitor. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodnight to you. But thanks for hanging out anyway. Okay. Mission signal source. You could be a 6. And that would please me. Is there anything else? There's another one. Let's look. Wow, they're all spawning nearby. That's nice. They could definitely spawn 300,000 light seconds away. One of them did. Oh, they're all 5s. I'll tell you what. Let's check the scanner. Alright, yeah, I know that one's a 5. Let's see if there's a nearby 8. No. Not up for that yet. That's... what is this? The A star. Let's not even bother. Seven. Jump right up to Medusa? I don't know. I don't know, man. Five. Maybe here. 4. Oh, you're not. You're human. B star. Didn't I already get this one? Oh, is there another one? Oh. Definitely one I already got. And that's it. Well, I could just repeat. I could repeat and get the 5. And turn it in and see. I mean, eventually I will work my reputation up. Let's just go to the closest 5. Lick him quickly.
Flight assist off.
There you are, old girl. forgot to heat sink again. Burn that. Oh yeah, I was gonna do it this way. Yes, my horizontal. And keep away from the lightning. Get the hang of this here. This will be the hard part for the basilisk. I might just do a cold runaway with that one. Because when the basilisk chases you for the lightning, they really don't give up. It's a tricky to fly this one. Loosen it. Laser its firing solution again. Turn around. Use the yaw here. So I don't need to down thrust. That's what I gotta get out of my head because I'm so used to that pattern. But here we go. Alright, anyway, his shield's already down. I'll work my way back in. Now we're gonna work into a down thrust. So I can actually see him. So instead of down thrusting, I am forward and side thrusting and keeping him here in my view. Wait, I just realized that I can't see how many heat sinks I have. I have too many on this panel. That's annoying. Center my view again. Here we go. Shield down. Let's go in. Another. Stay cold that time. Can sure put up a lot of damage quickly with these guns, I'll tell you. do it if I just down thrust. See, I'm moving very much toward him. The FDL's boost carries me forward so much. Yeah, that's tough. Like back thrust with it. Yeah, it takes me so close. Does not work. Alright, back to this side thing. Alright, anyway, the shield's down. I don't need to be messing around with this anyways. I can actually aim pretty far up in the front. It's not so bad. Classic FDL stall there. Too far away to do enough damage. Let that shield go up. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Karen. Well, I still failed to take any damage, even though it feels like I'm doing something wrong, but that's a good sign, I guess. And I can't see how many heat sinks I have. What is up with that? You have all this room here and you don't want to display. Is that a bug or something? Oh, I can see them. Oh, when I take the neutralizer out of it, I can see them that way. Okay. Well, that's irritating. Huh. Well, I'm drifting kind of close to this caustic cloud. Yeah, okay. I'm not in love with that. But I do like the power and the way it handles. I really want to fight a Bassie next. Let's see if they give me one. let's go collect my winnings.
Cargo scoop deployed.
As I recall, I haven't flown the FDL in ages. As I recall, it is irritating to scoop in. Ooh, I filled propulsion elements. Got heart. Give me that heart.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo scoop retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, back to the ship.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, give me a basilisk. Let's do a fair test. Hey, there you are, Karen. You wanna chat, man? There you are. Take it or leave it. Doesn't matter. No pressure.
Flight assist off.
Hey, man. Hold on, hold on. I think my audio might be set up wrong. Because I see you lighting up and I can't hear you, which is definitely my fault. Because of course I changed something before starting to stream. Discord. Settings. Oh, yep.
I'm hoping that this may help you.
There. Now I can hear you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
I had it
about
on the webcam, which is never the greatest.
that. No, I had stuff routed totally wrong. I hadn't even routed you to my headset. Or to the stream for that matter. Okay.
So as I was saying,
Yeah. Sorry.
I wasn't really playing tonight.
Granted.
No one else is on, and I
Yeah.
started farming mats, and I got bored with that. And then I read, I think it was Chick's post about our actual still missions here. That
Deployed.
Yeah.
might as well come and do this.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So I built an FDL for AX and I have been testing it. And so far I've only gotten it to give me Cyclops missions. But it's it's weird, but it's brutal. It's weird because the laser I have on the bottom, I'm using the same laser that would be on like my Mamba or my
Hull integrity
crate.
compromised. Docking
Yeah.
successful.
And so it's on the bottom, so I'm orbiting sideways, like I'm going around it like a record. But it's working, and I killed a Cyclops while taking 0 damage, and it's super fast because the weapons are 4 size 2s. It's ridiculously powerful for a ship this fast.
Yeah.
But I want to fight a Basilisk now because the point is it's more powerful than the Chieftain and it's faster than the Chieftain, but it's kind of made of glass. So we'll see if I make any mistakes, I might get my ass
You
kicked.
might die horribly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I will, but anyway, so now I'm about to find out if I can get any signal source with a 6 to spawn. I'm there. That's rep. That's bonus rep. I kind of want that, yes. 'Cause I'm trying to get I need to get to the higher missions with these factions, which I'm not
Yes.
fighting scouts, so I'm not getting, because I'm not turning in very many missions. There's no zones, so I don't want to take any scout missions. All right, that ought to do it. Pump me over neutral.
Message.
I mean, there's damaged megaships here, that
Found a
scouts
level
would
6, but
occasionally.
it's 65,000 light
Yeah,
seconds away.
but that's the other problem with this system, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Interceptor. That's it. So I got 2 interceptor missions, which I guess I'll take, and then we'll just see what we get.
Objective detected.
See what I get.
Mission
Yeah.
objective detected.
All right, good
Oh.
enough.
6 medium, 91 light seconds. But it's just got
Okay.
X Xeno hunting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably pop into it. If it's what I think it is, then I'll wing you and you can drop in and I'll just jump back out. Ah, it's got
Okay.
18 seconds left.
Uh-oh, that's not going to do it.
No.
I don't think I can do it in 18 seconds. I'm just kidding. Okay, getting out back into cruise here, and we'll see what my mission sources come up with. They're generic interceptor missions, but who knows? Maybe they would spawn a 6.
Yeah. You can only live in hope.
Yeah, wishful thinking. Okay. I don't see any mission sources. Let's FSS this. Alright, now can I see any mission sources? Nope, it hates me. Alright, we're FSSing then. Oh, what was that? Something just moved me around. Okay. That's a 5. That's a 5. Gross. That's all at the A star, don't care. 5. Too close to C. That's not. That's a human source. Alright, so I've got jack shit. Why didn't I get any mission sources? Oh wait, there they are. Oh, I did get them. Of course I did. They're both 5s though, and they're both kind of far away. Filter, signal sources.
I found a 7, but it's 21,000.
Well, that's not that far.
And it's 21 minutes still on it.
Yeah. A 7, huh? Taking
Right.
the jump.
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
I'd do a 7 readily. I've just never done. This is my first night out with this ship. Man, I
Yeah.
really wanted a 6. It sucks. Well, whatever. There's time on it. Fuck it. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, it's 7 minutes on it. 20 minutes on it.
20 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's see how this goes. I gotta figure out where you are.
I'll shove your ring in a second.
I think I sent you one.
Oh, it's 215,000 light seconds.
Oh, well that's not. Nope, that's at the A star.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nope. Alright, well I have 5s that are like 24 to 56,000. That sucks. Boy, this system blows. No wonder nobody's clearing the
Yeah.
incursion on it. Because this system blows.
Yeah, it does a bit.
What the heck was that? Oh, I heard a beep. Oh well. Alright, let me just finish scanning every stupid thing. That's a human source. There's all the A-star ones.
Yeah, there's lots of A's.
God, why would they do that to us? 7 over there. There's a 6. 135,000. That's only like half the distance to the A-star. Of course, it's probably got a timer. Those are non-missions, so they have a timer. Wouldn't be able to get there in time.
What
All right,
color the
that's-
mission ones?
The mission ones
They're like-
turn orange.
Yeah.
But on your nav panel, they're blue. But in the FSS, they turn orange. Gross. Can I pulse again? Nope. Well, the best I can do is keep killing Cyclopses until I advance these factions up to where they'll give me bigger missions.
Yeah.
I'll go to this mission-related one then. Want to come?
Might as well. I'm actually flying a Phantom,
Nice.
and it's the first time I've actually flown one of these.
Phantom is great fun.
Yeah.
And that distributor is amazing.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm going to be able to face tank with this.
No, you wouldn't. You shouldn't, anyway. That's not the way.
I would love to do AFO, but my joystick's just not good enough for it.
No, yeah.
I've got like a dead zone right in the middle that takes me quite a lot of effort to break.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Have to save my pennies up and get a better joystick.
Yeah. So this signal source I'm going to is 55,000 away. FYI.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just tucked in behind you. You're still gaining on me, but
We'll slow down. Eventually. Well, so far I'm impressed. It was almost laughed out loud when I first pulled the trigger on the first Cyclops, because that heart comes out like instantly.
yeah.
Which is why I want to take on something bigger. And I haven't had to repair anything yet. I need some Thargoid that's tougher, so I'll actually take some damage and find out if the low HP of this ship is a problem. I built it like I built all of them, you know, leaning more on module armor than hull and repairs and AFMUs, so I can handle it if they hurt me, I hope. As long as I can... It's only like, what's the hull on here?
Oh, Teflon's in the audience.
Is he?
Yeah.
Teflon, my friend. I'm... Armor is only 1324 in here. It's definitely the smallest I've ever taken on a Xeno with. Teflon, if you're wanting to come up.
Man, I've been down there for like an hour.
Classic Teflon.
Liar.
Yeah, Chig was right though. This system fucking blows. But it's also the closest place where I could actually find interceptor signal sources to test this ship with. But probably beyond testing, the way to go would be the various megaships in the bubble that have scenarios around them. So Teflon, how's it going?
Oh, J and Tracks. It's going fine.
That's good.
Just chilling.
Yep.
Trying to think. I've been brainstorming how to do a certain D&D thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been doing.
Well, I'm building a ship that I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but it seems to be kind of a good idea. So
Sure, if this idea I had for D&D is a good idea either, but that's what I'm trying to...
sometimes you gotta play them out. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's early yet. Well, I mean, it's not super late.
For you, though.
It's almost 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah, it's almost 10. I can play for another hour or so. As long
I'm
as
just
it's
waiting
still
for
fun.
the better half to come home. And
Uh-huh.
I'll probably have to get off.
You're suggesting you're not the better half, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Definitely not the better half. He's too good for me.
Okay, getting close. Gonna throttle down here in a second. Here we go.
Yeah, he's still like 23,000 light seconds in front of me.
That'll change quick here in a minute because I'm going.
Yeah.
I was over 100C and now I'm rapidly dropping down to below 30. At least there's no planets to get in the way. We can accelerate quickly.
Yes.
Our favorite system, or our favorite systems out in the Pleiades to hunt in, are always the ones that have no planets. Because of that, I found one that's right next to Seleno, so you can always go over to whatever that station is there to sell bonds or whatever if you wanted to.
There's also one that I'm going to murder the name here. Atropy or something like that.
Asterope.
Yeah.
I don't know which
Yeah.
one is the right way to say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several systems out there. Though Sterope 2 with no A, Sterope 2 is the one that I like because it's right next to Seleno. The other one, I mean, there's plenty of systems out there. Okay, I'm dropping in. Make sure he's actually here for one thing. It's here! Hooray! Hello, Cyclops.
Swap them off, and I'm going to move for shame here.
Oh no! Alright, here we go. Watch how quick this goes down. Oops, my keyboard's in my way. Ah!
Plasmids on it?
I have shards on this. I don't like plasmas on smaller distributors. I forgot to heat sink, so it'll do me some damage there. There we go, heart down. Oh, it only did 2% damage.
You're going to have it killed by the time I get in.
I won't. I'll be burning off shields and stuff. Plus now it's chasing me with its lightning here. See, I got a boost of 550 in this, which is nice.
Yeah. And the top speed
Almost
of
as fast as my Phantom.
what's the top speed of a Bassie?
I think it's 525 or something. Maybe it's lower than that. Maybe it's 450. I don't know. I know I can outrun it. Oh, I curved around the wrong way. There we go.
Well, the swarm didn't take long to find me.
Oh, you're already here. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think I can see the distance going up. So I think she's not yellow anymore. Yeah. So now I'm going to start my fun horizontal. Horizontal orbit. Isn't this weird? Oh, she's turning
Yeah.
away. She's discovered
Yeah,
another target. The shield's already
Me-
down. We can move in. Cleaner clock. Alright, here we go. Where is the swarm? Oh, she turned away. you got it.
I got it out.
Yep. I'm still kind of far away. She turned from me. I could boost in, but I'll probably whiz right past her. Here we go. Now she'll fight me. Come on, girl. Oops. Oh, missiles. Oh, shoot. There we go. Swarm shooting missiles. That'll change the game. Let's exert that heart again, shall we? Oh, heart down. Exert it and down in one shot. Oops. All right.
That is the bonus of plasmas.
Yep.
And the downside of plasmas is it goes into emergency shield so often.
Yeah, you gotta separate those triggers so you can shoot it less. Oh,
Yeah.
more missiles. Heads up.
Oh,
Yeah, they're shooting at you this time, I think. At least some of
yeah.
them. Alright, I gotta see how much damage I took from the missiles. Oh yeah. I gotta repair some stuff. Check my reinforcement here. Here we go. Alright, I gotta get back. I have the wrong sensors on this. If I keep using
What'd you
them,
have?
I want to. What I had on my carrier was lightweight A-rated, and I prefer to use long-range D-rated.
Yes. Hearts out.
Alright, I'm coming back. Oh, actually, all my guns are off. There you go, you got it.
I killed the heart for you.
Oh, pulse. Is she gonna do it? Did it happen?
No. She burped.
She roared. Alright, well my neutralizer's expended now.
Module repaired.
Huh.
I don't think she's doing it.
No, I guess not. Well, the size 5 repair limpet is massive on a hull this small. So that's nice. Half a limpet repaired me from like 80. Alright, 2 guns are up.
Module repaired.
3 guns.
Shield's off.
Alright, I'll be there in just a second.
Oh,
whatever.
panicked up.
Oh, you've got a shield again.
Yeah. And I'm only firing 3 plasmas.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to put 1 plasma with my laser.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing, so that you can fire just 1 for the sake of Cyclops.
Yeah.
You wanna fight me? Hey, girl. There's that shield. A gun online yet? Almost. There we go.
Do you want to kill it? Well,
The shield's already up. Don't worry. Yeah, I had. Not worried about it. Oh, my AFMU is empty. That's the other problem with this ship. Size 1 AFMU. Uh-oh. Incoming missiles. Synth interrupted.
At least we can outrun these.
Yeah. So that may mean I end up wanting to change the AFMU to a size 2 and shrink down my second module reinforcement. Chill down. Oh, my gun's online again.
Got 9% left.
About to be none.
Yep, you got it.
Dunzo.
Incoming mission protocol.
Okay. Turn in missions, see if they give us a basilisk.
Frameshift drive charging.
You having trouble getting the thing still?
Getting what thing?
Like credit for the kills?
I haven't here, but there are no CZs here. The system blows. It's an incursion, but there are no conflict zones. So I'm just trying to, and of course I don't have my rep up with any of these factions, so I can't get them to give me basilisk missions. So we're just killing Cyclopses, helpless Cyclopses, over and over again. And the distances in the system are terrible. This is all garbage.
That was kind of strange when the incursion finished, because it was on late Friday, not on the
Yeah.
Thursday.
Well, they don't finish on the tick. They finish whenever we do enough damage. New ones can start on the tick, but yeah. And so that means that AXI did probably doing a push on Finance Friday, probably what did it. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I know. Wait for the next one.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful Thursday shows us something good.
Yeah. Or the update. I don't care which.
Right.
But I'm
Is
not
there a
holding my breath.
Is there a stream on Thursday?
Nope, it was this past Thursday, so they'll be off.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be an update by the end of the month. So they've got what?
Yeah,
8,
they've
9
only,
days?
That's
only got
true.
one more week, so.
Yeah.
Well, a week and a couple of days. I
They'll
guess.
announce on Thursday. They'll announce on Thursday that they're pushing it until next month.
It's going to happen at midnight on May 31st.
Yeah.
No, I think they're... I don't think they have trouble making the dates they want to make. It's just a matter of which patches make it in, you know? It's like if certain things didn't get done in time, they'd still release it in the time on the day they planned to. It's just wouldn't, you know, it would contain, 20 things instead of 25 or whatever. I suppose unless the mission wasn't ready or something. But they were already talking about that on the last stream. That had to be ready ages ago.
Wrapping up, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be all the fixes and stuff that they're not sure about. Because that's
Yeah,
probably
'cause
day to day changing.
Yeah, I think last time they did a fix. Not the last time, but probably a few years ago. They did a fix and it completely messed up everything else.
Yeah. That's unfortunately not unheard of. I don't think there's ever been a patch that didn't screw up something and then need a little hot fix. Update 12 has oh, Taxius. I was like, I thought he was telling me about news in Twitch chat. 20 fixes, not 25. Throw your rage into the forums. Rumor mill out.
How many people will listen to your Twitch then? Do you get like a number?
I don't know how accurate the numbers is. It says 5 right now. But I don't know how accurate that is because I feel like sometimes it takes a while to update one way or the other.
Okay,
So
yeah.
something on the order of 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I've certainly enjoyed the last couple of weeks flying with you and Chig.
Oh, that's
Nice
great.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we've enjoyed having you guys around too. Is as brutal as it is on my frame rate when everybody's in those instances.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Well, because I don't do any settlement gameplay, but that's the only time I actually have frame rate trouble, and it's not because my graphics can't handle it. It's only using 60 or so % of my GPU at most. So, who's that here? Who's that other hollow square? Oh, they dropped off. Damn. I saw a local for a second. Oh well.
Man, I'm ready for Dubs to come back. I want to play D&D so bad.
Yeah. He's got to be this week coming back, right?
I'm saying. Got to be getting close.
Yeah, I was going to say, if these X's don't come back, we might suggest that we go and do a bit of combat zone farming.
Yeah. Go back,
At,
return to the human BGS.
Well, not necessarily the human one, but the ones that we were making good coin at.
But those don't exist anymore, though. This is the only system in Incursion. Incursion is the only way to get conflict zones in AX.
Yeah, not AX though. It's the old.
Well, the rest of them are humans.
Yes.
Oh, you
Well,
guys were stacking massacre missions. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I meant by human.
Okay, I
Killing
misunderstood that.
humans. Killing humans. Still not convinced that Dolbs isn't Dubs. Well, then you've never listened to him talk.
Yeah.
There's nothing similar about him. Except that the first time I saw them fly in AX, it was in a Mamba. And Dubs was the only other one besides me who ever flew a Mamba in AX.
Hull integrity.
From the future.
Docking successful.
Yeah.
No,
Engines
nope, not buying it.
Yeah,
Alright.
he did like the Mamba, but
It's hard. It's hard because of the hardpoint. You know, you end up with basically the same hardpoint configuration as a chieftain, but the placement is bad. It's not that bad for shard cannons because you can fire one magazine and then switch to the other trigger and fire the other magazine, so you can lean the ship one way and then lean it the other way, right? But the speed is great, but the turning is not, and it ends up being very boost reliant, which is fine. It's a little the Phantom is a little bit like that, honestly, but the Phantom has all that power, bigger guns, and so on. Oh, I have good. Oh, that's an influence reward. Damn, I thought I had a rep reward for this. Oh well. I enjoyed flying it. I don't. Here we go. Here's big reputation. But I think overall, this ends up being more powerful. It's just tricky to use the laser because it's not on the dorsal surface. All right, checking the board. It looks like I still just have generic interceptor missions.
okay, Jan, I'm gonna actually quit.
All right.
The wife's just come home. I've just seen her.
Okay.
So I'll catch you sometime.
Yep. See you around, man.
Okay.
Take
Bye.
care.
Have a good night.
And you, Teflon.
mission objective detected.
All right, 3 interceptor missions. Let's see what signal sources I can find
Mission objective detected.
from them. I still have all my limpets, probably. I'm not even using any. Well, I'm still carrying a heart. Would you look at that? How come Thargoids don't get mad when they scan me and I'm carrying the heart of another Thargoid?
It definitely seems like an oversight.
Because if I didn't start shooting, they'll just fly away.
Engines engaged.
What are they scanning for if it's not that? You know?
I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they wouldn't care about, because if they're a hive mind, they don't really care about individual units.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because one, um, so I guess that really wouldn't matter. That would whatever
Right.
be the goal. The goal is for the hive.
It's
So
like so what you're saying is like it sees me and it says this ship has killed a Thargoid. However, I can't change that now, so who cares?
yeah.
And then when I start shooting it, it's like, oh, now here's a Thargoid kill I could try to do something about.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Scanning for signal sources. All right, here's my mission.
This ship has killed a Thargoid, but that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This ship is attacking a Thargoid. It is standing in the way of whatever I want that specific drone to accomplish.
Right, exactly.
A dead one can't accomplish anything. That's just how I see it.
And they can't be undead either. Undeaded?
Nope. Not unless you are playing Stellaris and you have the Necromancer armies and you're fighting a hive mind on planet side. That's like the best army perk ever for planetary invasions in that game.
Oh, I have a threat 6. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Show
do
me
it.
that threat 6. It's not a mission one, so we could be unlucky and get an empty instance, and then I'd be back to the drawing board. But this is the whole thing. This is perhaps the first legitimate test of this ship. All right, I got 12 and a half minutes. Oh, easy. It's not even 100 light seconds away. Fantastic.
Awesome.
So my only note so far, I guess, is if I keep using it, I'm going to want a bigger AFMU, because on the event that I do get hit with missiles, it uses up all of my size 1, and that sucks. Oh my god, I'm getting interdicted.
That figures.
Yeah. Oh well, I have 12 minutes. I can still make it. Stupid wartime systems. Incursion in systems tends to cause wars, though, because everybody's working for every faction in the system, and that tends to bring everybody toward the center. And then they encounter each other, and then they fight. I feel like incursions should set aside all the BGS for a minute. You know? Why are the humans still concerned with their own petty wars? I think that was just a pirate, actually. He says, "You're mine now, Commander." It's not even like a military scan. I think he was after my Thargoid heart. Because I'm carrying cargo. That's so stupid. But, actually...
Drop that Thargoid heart.
It actually invalidates my previous criticisms. Anyway.
Why is it so hard to find a good picture of a tiger? Jesus Christ.
That doesn't seem like it should be hard. But you're talking about like a sprite of a tiger. Oh, come
Yeah, not
on, don't
really.
be empty.
Not really a
Oh my
sprite,
god,
just
it's
a-
empty. That sucks. I am annoyed by that.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, now I think we get somewhere.
Fives and eights. Let's see if there's anything else new. You're not an AX. Damn. Of course, that's the only 6. Yeah, these are all nothing. Oh wait, here's a new one. 5. Damn. That just leaves me with more 5s and they're all far away. The system sucks. Alright, let's go to this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's go to this damaged megaship that's here. And if a random Thargoid shows up, maybe it'll be one I want to fight.
Maybe so.
Who's that? A commander I don't know. It's a prison ship.
Really?
Alcatraz class reformatory. But it's marked as in distress, so it should be spawning Thargoid scenarios.
Flight assist.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna need a data link scanner mapped.
You guys, I'm sitting here looking for tigers for a D&D thing. Did you know that there is a monster that is like a tiger person in the monster manual?
A tiger
Called a
person, and it's a monster?
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
think I
called a
did.
rock. It's called a Rakshasa. Rakshasa.
Mayday! Mayday! We've been
It
attacked
is
by
a
Thargoids. I
spellcaster,
need to make emergency repairs. Can anyone help?
intelligent.
We appreciate the help.
Though
Use
it has
your data link
anthropomorphic
scanner to locate
hands.
the breaches.
but
Oh.
it's like if you crossed your hands, like those, like so it, your right hand would be. Imagine if your right hand was on your left arm and your left hand was on your right arm.
So like the palms are up,
Yep.
or the thumbs are on the other side. Oh, the palms are up. Okay.
Imagine if your hands were switched to the other arms.
Yeah.
That's how their hands are.
Huh.
I was like, that's such a weird detail.
It is. It is a weird detail. Where am I going? Oh, here's a whole breach. Okay.
But I believe it actually comes from actual mythology.
Remember, those breaches won't stay sealed, not until you've closed them all. That will allow us to equalize the pressure.
Okay. So I'm sealing a hull breach. Sub-targets identified. I remember how to do this. Limpet point. Repair that.
Limpet drone.
You were repairing a station or a megaship?
Yeah, so the megaships here, they have been under Thargoid attack. So what you do is you repair their hull breaches,
Sealed, but we're not out of danger yet.
and a Thargoid should jump in now that I've started that scenario. So I just repaired one.
see.
It's sealed. My repair limpet sealed it. This should do it. Supposedly, assuming it's gonna work. But sometimes it's just scouts, you know. Sometimes,
Right.
and it should be like sort of once we get going here, it should be a steady stream of them.
We're running out of time. We need to get those breaches sealed.
Of course, I accepted the mission to do it. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep going. Hull breach. There's another hull breach. Over there.
I just have not been in the mood to fly around, even to fight Thargoids. Like, I like fighting Thargoids.
Yeah,
I just have not been in the mood.
I had a bit of a break. That's what made me wanted to do this, you know, change it up. This ship, I mean. Alright, no Thargoids yet. Oh, wait, here it comes. Alright, neutralizer.
You can do it.
What kind of interceptor is it? I think that's where it is. I see it. It's an interceptor of some kind.
Energy surge detected.
Pulse.
If we don't get the breaches sealed soon, the main reactor will fail.
Alright, we're in battle mode now. Coming to get you, Thargoid.
My wife and I watched a movie last night, Death on the Nile.
Yeah?
It's really good. Highly recommend, especially like
Sweet.
It's a great mystery movie.
Cool. This is just a Cyclops.
Based on Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot.
Taking damage.
Stupid Cyclops.
Where'd it go? I'm
It's
also
behind
behind
me.
because I'm watching the stream.
I was running away because he was chasing me with the lightning. And I can't do my My orbit is weird in this ship. I have to do this like sideways orbit thing to get the laser to stay on it. Which makes it, I basically have to do sort of a straight line run to get away from the first, after the first heart, the lightning thing. That shield drops so quick.
Flying an FDL?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Doing an FDL tonight, it's like a glass shotgun. But so far I haven't encountered any Thargoids stronger than a Cyclops, so I don't want to do an attack run like that. That sucks.
And so it'd be harder.
I want to
test
find
on.
something tougher because I want to actually take some damage. So far I've been killing them with no damage and can't really test it. That swarm got me that time. There we go, part 2. Boost away, off to the side, and missiles are coming. Because I flew through this swarm. Actually, those are caustic missiles. Do I have any damage? No. None to speak of, anyway. The firing solution of the turret being on the bottom is what's weird. But I can't put it anywhere else without without shrinking the size of the turret, which means it doesn't cool enough. I mean, this definitely does all I need, but I have to fly in sort of a weird way because I can't orbit effectively while facing it. Those missiles coming from the swarm. Too slow. Oh, the shield's down already. I keep forgetting it's a Cyclops and it's gonna drop super quick. Alright. In we go. I can do this, it's just if I'm having trouble getting into a orbit that isn't an attack orbit. So, I don't know, maybe I can figure out how to balance it. Angry swarm. Alright, let's try this again. Speed and the turn rate and the gun power is insane on this ship for AX, but just boost it again. So loop around here. Okay, now I should be able to get in close. Unless they shoot missiles again. Fuck you, missiles. Swarm needs to finish itself off.
Fuck yourself, Swarm.
Go fuck yourself, Swarm. I think I got him this time. 2 rounds. The Swarm is teensy. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Distance. Look at that, 2 shots exerted the heart. I got missiles coming my way. There we go, got it. And avoided the missiles. Some distance. Alright. This is a little different being not a solo instance. I think the Swarm's all agitated automatically because it's a mega ship, maybe. So that was second to last heart, but I was cold enough so he didn't pulse. Yeah. Can I do this? Can I?
Just,
Can I,
it's just so beautiful.
it's just, can I get into an orbit that is just downward? That actually maintains facing the target. Uh-oh, missiles. Yep, got a boost for that. Okay. Alright, shield's down anyway. This is interesting. It's a challenge. I definitely am not invincible in this the way I am in my other ships for the most part. Okay.
I was thinking the other day about, like, how effective could I do? Because I sometimes miss flying my Viper.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how effective I can make a Viper at this.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't be too hard to make it really good in a wing. But
Yeah.
Viper is definitely like a high skill solo ship, but in a wing where you're not having to constantly use heat sinks, because there are other targets that the Thargoid is facing most of the time, the speed would be great.
Yeah.
Viper
see,
4 actually has tons of armor, although the speed on that isn't great, but...
I wouldn't want to do it like I wouldn't want to do like a solo fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Heart down. Finish off that magazine before the shield goes up. Yeah, it seems like it would be a fun one. A Viper 3, really speedy, bring repairs. I mean, you could dance around like crazy. Do a lot of damage. A couple of Goss on it.
Yeah.
A couple of Goss and one or two small lasers for fun, or you might not even really need the lasers. The trouble with the Viper, I guess, is that it only has 2 utility points, but it's not like a deal breaker or anything. Alright. Let's see if I can aim correctly to actually get a nice downward orbit. A lot of distance this time. I keep having to add forward thrust to keep the swarm from hitting me.
Under attack.
It would be nice if I could work out an orbit where I could actually face the thing. It's the only thing I don't like about this ship so far.
I need to replace one of the lasers on my ship with the weapon they use for the swarm. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, flak launcher?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because my AX crate doesn't have anything to deal with the swarm.
I ignore the swarm all the time anyway.
I also got
So
to
do I.
do some more of the engineering on it.
Yeah. I was never any good at hitting the swarm. I found it really difficult, and I watched people who are good at it, and I was like, no wonder I think this AX combat's hard. I can't kill the swarm. These people are fucking experts at it. Alright, this guy's done. I actually can sort of orbit this way. It's
Dubs
not
gave
coming
me a
in
good
from farther
tip.
away, though. Yeah?
Dubs gave me a good tip on the swarm. Look at which way it's going, and then you know how you have the lead
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, and you adjust.
Go about halfway because they turn so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So go about halfway between the lead and the actual swarm
Right.
and fire. And so I have found pretty good success
Mayday. We've
hitting
been attacked by
the
Thargoids
swarm
and need to
Yeah.
using that method.
repairs. Can anyone help?
Learn to manage the swarm rather than kill. Yeah, I think it just got a lot easier for me when I stopped trying to kill them entirely. Like, I get the process of how I'm supposed to do it, but then I'm not spending a hard point on that. I'm not spending my time on that. I'm repairing instead between hearts, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was another thing that I think I learned from Dubs was like, you don't have to, I don't have to kill the swarm, just reduce the
Just
number.
reduce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get another interceptor out of this. Maybe I will.
It's a threat when they suicide bomb you and kill you.
Well, that's what they were doing to me just now, though, and all I did was duck away, boost away, and then restart my attack run. You know.
Yeah, I'm not good at running away from them.
Yeah.
I try.
Chig, have you been watching? I think you need just practice at it, but...
Warning. Caustic
Oh, for God's sake. I got inside of
Yeah.
3K and I didn't notice. Stupid.
Get good, scrub. Fight me in a game I am good at.
Silent running.
Yeah.
Caustic substance dissipated. Thermal signature restored.
Fight me in Stellaris, Chig.
Heatsink deployed. Programming limpet drone.
So Chig, this FDL is pretty fun. It is brutally powerful and very fast and agile, but it's tough to get an orbit that the laser can keep target on. I can do it sort of sideways. I'm working on doing it while facing. That's my only complaint so far. But I got heat sinks for days, and the power is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll go play LeBron one-on-one.
Inventory full on those, baby.
He probably wouldn't beat you as bad as I would beat you in Stellaris.
Target destroyed.
I just blew up a Thargoid heart. The scooping is still bad in the FDL.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good reason why it's not considered ideal for AX, but it is pretty fun. I want to swap, though. I have a size 1 AFMU, and if I do get hit with missiles, it consumes the entire AFMU, fixing my guns. But I haven't at all needed. I have a 4 and a 2 module reinforcement, so I could switch that down to a 1 and flip the AFMU there, and it would be totally fine, because the 4 is huge.
What the hell? All of
Whoa.
Chig's messages got deleted by moderator?
The bot? What did Chig say? That the bot just freaked out on him
Oh no!
for 15 seconds. Holy shit. That's crazy. I don't
It's
know
weird.
what he tried to do. It is weird. Let's see. I probably
And why
have
would you-
repairs I need to do.
That's what happens when you try to post about like Trax's mom or some shit. Pig.
Module repaired.
Yeah.
I can't tease him because he can't respond. It's not fair.
Module repaired.
Is there another hull breach?
Module repaired.
Oh god, I'm gonna crash.
No, you're not. Okay,
There he is.
I had to hop in just because your moderator erased
What-
everything I
yeah,
typed.
What was that
Yeah.
about?
You know what I typed? I typed
Don't.
heat with capital HEAT with like 4 exclamation points, and then it it not only gave me a timeout where I can't type anymore, it erased every message I put
yeah,
in
I see that.
for saying heat. I said heat.
That's so weird.
That's
So
so-
it thinks you're a spammer or something. That's pretty weird.
I must have put in too many messages in a short amount of time, and then the
Or
word
exclamation
heat.
points and caps and stuff. Maybe it reacts to that.
Yeah, because you're like, you can understand why whatever you said about the ship, and I was just saying
Yeah.
it's the heat, is all I was saying, and
Yeah.
your
Which is totally manageable,
moderation,
by the way, with
heat sinks.
Heat sinks
heat
manage
sinks.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, I have a laser. I have a size 3 laser, like a Phantom on here, and it's brilliant. But even in combat, I have 5 heat sink launchers. It heat sinks for 100 years.
Yep. So yeah, I was sort of like, what the? Why did I get moderated? I didn't use a cuss word.
Yeah.
I didn't use.
I
I
don't
didn't
know
do
why I did
anything.
that.
You weren't even being
literally.
belligerent.
I'll have
I
to look
wasn't.
at what settings
we
I
were
have.
talking.
I doubt I have much settings
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't get me wrong. We all know I can be belligerent, and I may have,
But you
there's
weren't.
a possibility I might have typed something inappropriate, but I literally typed the word heat.
Yep.
So, and I used caps and exclamation points, so I can understand. But the fact that it nuked every other message I had put in is like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
Yeah.
What's weird is actual spammers come in here like from time to time. Although I haven't seen any in a bit, but for a while I was getting this sort of crap that I had to go manually delete.
Huh.
And your crap,
Weird.
it deletes on its own.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, well, I don't know. The robots don't like me.
Yeah.
I think they know I'm onto them, so they just they're not fans of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they would bother. It's not like you're a threat to them.
Here comes an interceptor. Or something's coming in.
So much fun. But I just had to hop in to say that because that annoyed
Yeah.
me, and I wanted to let you know that I didn't type anything inappropriate.
I
Sorry to God.
never thought you did.
Yeah, we were both like, what the hell? That's weird.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm
mods can't mute you here.
spending time with the family and stuff tonight and stuff, and we're like house
Yeah.
shopping and crap like that. So I haven't been able to hop on game at all. But I've had you kind of running on my computer, so every time I pass through this room, I'm like, oh, what's happening? And
Oh, I got a
down and look.
Medusa.
Kill it!
Oh shit, I guess we're gonna test the FDL now, aren't we?
You wanted
Yeah.
something
Shit.
more powerful.
I wanted
Now
something
you got what you
bigger.
wanted.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
this is gonna be
You
serious.
got it. You got
The,
it. Kill
the
it.
power of the attack on this ship is brutal. Alright, here we go.
Yeah,
I'll
what
do
are
this
you?
for real.
Were you
So
using?
4 shards.
I don't remember. Okay, 4 shards.
4
oh, yeah.
sides, 2 shards. It's the most, so it has more firepower than any of my AX ships because of that.
Yeah.
Even the Phantom, right? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well, I
'cause
run the
didn't
4
start my
Goss
laser.
on my Phantom. For solos, it's 4 Goss, so I love a lot of firepower, but those
So
shards.
I've only
burst
fought a
is
Cyclops
unbelievable.
up till now.
Oh, so
and-
you're. Oh, wow, you're
Yeah.
stepping up your game.
And they fall apart instantly, like the hearts exert instantly, but I
Yeah.
haven't fought anything else.
You got this. Just stay on top of your sinks. When you hear the sink
Yeah.
release, put out another one, and then you'll be fine.
Yep.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna be monitoring this, but I gotta get
Alright.
back other stuff. I couldn't let that slide. Alright, we'll talk to you later.
He's got to
See
get
ya.
back before his wife finds out.
Yep, it's a lot harder to exert on this. There it is. Come here, you old girl.
Here in just a minute. Okay, he's stepping away.
Come on. tough to stay this close for this long. The Cyclops was falling easy. I think I only have one heat sink left. Yeah, this isn't enough to continue this attack run. He's definitely healed by now. I should be bailing.
Under attack.
Bail out and synth. Alright. This is a challenge.
Weapons rearmed.
Throw a repair limpet out too. Why not?
Equipping limpet drone. Weapons rearmed.
That one. Any other damage? Not much. Might as well top these up, I guess.
Weapons rearmed.
One more to go.
Weapons rearmed.
Okay, now we're back in business. My shard ammo. Yeah, still.
You got
hits.
this. I believe in you.
Alright, now we've got practically a fresh fight. I've spent some ammo, but everything else is basically full. And the repair limpets are crazy. I was down in near 80, and one limpet is going to take care of all of it. That's awesome. But that's because my hull is only 1300. Alright. Let's turn it around.
Hit successful.
Where are you, Mr. Thargoid?
Under attack. Taking damage.
There we go.
Well, Trax, I have got to step away because I've got to go. I've got to get my son ready for bed.
Yep.
I will come back though.
Alright, I'll
If you
probably
don't
still be
just-
fighting this because it'll take a while to get the Medusa.
That's fine. I
Yeah,
will be back.
see ya. Alerted. Getting close enough.
Heat sink deployed.
Oh shoot, full suicide. Full swarm suicide. Luckily I'm super fast. Awesome. Alright, armor modules. Doing good. Alright. Turn it around. How do you get an orbit going? Oh, this is the lightning chase. Yeah, I don't want to involve myself in this. If I can help it. Oh, looks like she gave up. Lose a canopy, right? No.
Under attack.
Seeing if I can maintain an orbit that avoids the swarm and doesn't get me too close. Keeps my laser going. Not impossible. You make it look effortless. Oh, thanks for saying that. This is the first time I've fought not a Cyclops in this FDL, so I'm a little nervous about it / figuring it out, but I got the hardest heart. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe the second heart's the hardest heart, considering they can do lightning now. Okay, here we go. Swarm looks good. Good-ish. Moving in. Oh, they turned. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Inserted. Okay. Got a boost to catch him. Shit. Hate when he does that. Man, just gonna pull that heart back. Come on, die heart. Shit. Far away. Oh shit, I let it burn me up. Oh, it's because I didn't have pips and weapons. Stupid. got it. Awesome. Alright, let's bail, let's bail, let's bail. Alright. Hopefully that was the hardest part. Heat sinks. Modules are still doing good. Need to synth heat sinks in one of them. Looks like the rest of them are down to one. Oh, did I lose sensor lock? I did. I need to put the other sensors. If I keep using this, I gotta put long range sensors on here. Oh, I need to repair.
Programming the impet drone.
So I still have a lot of heat sinks. Alright, we're in okay shape. My gun ammo, 80s, okay. Why do you stop firing? Oh, I can hear the swarm, better move. See how it's not going to get me to 100%, but maybe one bit start happening.
Hit successful.
90. That should be okay. I should be okay. 90%. Can't see that. Nope. Lost it. Here comes the swarm. Bye bye, swarm. Shield is down. Alright, let's go. This is a bad orbit. Ah, here we go, here we go. Oh, of course you turn.
Taking damage. Heat sink deployed.
Shit. Stupid missiles screwed up my attack run.
Heat sink deployed.
Shit.
Heat sink deployed.
Need to come in with more heat sinks. Let's try this again.
Programming the impet drone.
Repair, repair, repair. Key with the swarm, they don't fly through it, yeah. Yeah. I am having trouble keeping the swarm just where I want them because of that classic FDL stall that keeps happening to me, but I'm trying to get a hang of it. It's alright, this is the kind of challenge I like. Oh great, missiles.
Under attack. Taking damage.
Of course.
Programming limpet.
Shot off my limpet, you bastard. How do you avoid it? You just fly so that they can't hit you. If you stay on a curve, a nice curving, corkscrewing motion, then their shots will miss you. The trick is, once I'm laying into the Thargoid, that's when the swarm's like, oh, I'm going to take this opportunity to fly over him. I have no trouble avoiding it in the other ships, but this one I'm still getting used to the flight pattern on. Of course, I jumped right into a Medusa. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, oh my... Heat sink still needs synthing.
Weapons rearmed.
Heat sinks are good. Don't need ammo yet. Oh, that's too. Okay.
Limpet successful.
Alright. Alright, we're back online here. Start working our way in. Oh, they're missing. Never mind. This is going to keep happening every time I move in on them until that swarm is done. Still quite a few of them left. So maybe that's it. Maybe I need to fly backwards more in the FDL. Like this. Because I'm able to maintain an orbit this way. Still missing. Try to attack. Oh, now you turn away. Yep. There comes the missiles. As soon as it looked like I was going to attack. Alright. Once again. That was like a new swarm now, doesn't it? Ah, shit, there, see? Yeah, they're tricking me. Oh, there's the full suicide swarm, look at that. Alright, now I have a new swarm.
Under attack. Taking damage.
Alright. Let's see if we can't take that heart out finally. This is only number 3. Good God. Ow. Punched my microphone. Far away.
Heat sink deployed. Under attack. Heat sink deployed.
Got it. Don't fly over me.
Heat sink deployed.
Back.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Punched my microphone a second ago, but I think it's okay. Alright. Part number 3 down.
Super Sancho, we are a very welcoming community.
Yes.
As long as you don't run into me.
Oop, lost the target. There he is. Didn't really take any damage to speak of besides hull damage, so that's good. Heat sinks and ammo are still good for another heart. Okay. That one took 2 attack runs. Not the worst I've ever done. It's fine. Alright. Now that shield just needs to go down.
I wasn't gone that long. I take it it's the same Medusa.
Yeah.
How many hearts you got left?
Medusa has 6, she has 3 hearts left. I'm trying to work on an orbit where I can see her, because I much prefer that. And the swarm is all up in my business right now, but they are missing. Oh, there's the shield. Okay. Super duper. Let's do it again. She gets weaker every time. Come on. I knew you were gonna turn. Oh, this might be it. This might be my correct insertion. Got it. Took a lot of damage that time, though. I think I was tricked into sitting still. Oops. Just tricked into flying straight backwards, I mean, not sitting still. Obviously, I wasn't sitting still. But at least that only took one attack run. Slow it down a little. Alright. Not too bad. The modules hold up well. I could definitely swap out for a bigger AFMU next time I land. To improve the build. Also, it needs the long-range sensors, because this keeps happening. And I do not like that.
Weapons rearmed. Successful.
Swarm keeps coming around. So maybe this will be it. Let's try this out. Let's try a backwards downward orbit. This probably would work for Basilisk. Probably too fast. There's your shield.
You know, I just noticed, and this is obviously not something you can mess with right now, because you're in the middle of a fight.
Oh.
There's no game audio on your stream. Wait,
Really?
no. Actually, wait, I forgot. I forgot I'm in Discord.
You have the stream muted, I assume, if you're in here, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna deafen myself and just double check that.
Oh shoot, I
an
realized
idiot.
my limpet didn't get me 100% healed, and
Confirming unit
I
drone.
didn't mean to do that. I wanted to heal more before I went back in there.
Yeah, your stream definitely has audio. I'm
Yeah,
stupid.
I thought I checked
Forgot
it,
where I-
yeah. Because
forgot where I was.
It was messed up when I first turned it on, because I had changed something and forgot to check it, but I fixed it at the beginning. So.
It's like it's so quiet. It's because I'm in Discord.
Yeah, usually we're playing. I don't route game audio to Discord because that would be
Yeah.
super irritating.
That would not be a great time.
Mm-hmm. Don't shoot my limpet off, you bastard. Okay, let's try this orbit again. Here comes the swarm. Nope, get out of my face, swarm. Don't shoot off my limpet. Ah, damn it. That's alright. We're at 95. Okay, let's do the attack run. I'm tired of waiting. 2 more hearts. Here I come. Swarm. Gotta change directions. Here we go. They're trying to ring me. Got it. Alright, I know it was cold, so that should work. Took a lot of damage though. Stupid Medusa.
Programming limpet drone.
Repair that. All in all, it's going well. Make sure I don't drift too far from it.
Weapons rearmed.
Air limpets do a lot of work.
Air limpet successful. Programming limpet drone.
Where's my ammo on my gun? Oh. I've only got one more heart. I don't know. Maybe I can do it without synthing ammo. Let's give it a shot.
I can't tell how much ammo you got.
30 and 25, depending on the trigger. 4 in each magazine. So
Well,
at
You
this
might be
point,
able to get
it
it.
shouldn't take more than like 2 magazines to Should take like 10 to 15 shots to exert the heart, and then hopefully another 10 to kill it if I'm aiming right and staying in range. And then there's just the hull. So.
Challenge yourself. We'll do it.
Yeah, I
Push
mean,
the
if I run
limits
out of
with
ammo,
the-
I just run off and synth and come back. I just prefer to
Yeah.
not spend those mats if I can help it. Let's see how close I can cut it. What'll be funny is if I get it down to the hull and fire all my ammo and it doesn't kill it. And I have to go synth into one gun and just finish it off with one gun. Wait, 2 repair limpets and I went from 40 something and it's gonna end at like almost 100%. Means with 16 limpets, I'm carrying like 3 hulls worth of hull strength.
Air limpet successful.
95 it got me up to. That's crazy. All right, let's see where that shield is. It's probably still up. Yeah, still up.
Oh crap! I was just reading this on the Stellaris Discord. So, while you're turn around for your attack run here, in Stellaris, there's a perk you can have, or a civic you can have for your empire that can turn food. It's called catalytic processing. You turn food into alloys that you use to build like ships and things. Or if you're robot, if you're a machine race, you use it to build other robots, build population, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, you can. And then there's an edict for conquered species, right? You can set rights. And there's one where you can turn them into like cattle, right? So they will be processed into food. So essentially, you can process a conquered species into food, and then process that food into alloys, and use those alloys to build population. Sounds like a roundabout way of just assimilating.
Yep. Come on. Oh, don't turn away from me now. Might not have enough ammo if I have to re-exert.
But turn
Oh
your
my
people
God.
into food. But turn your people into food, and then turn that food into alloys, and use those alloys to build my fleet. So turn you into ships.
Okay, here we go. Come on in, girl. Got it.
Heatsink deployed.
Alright. So I have 13 rounds in one and 20 rounds in the other gun. But there's just the hull to kill. How many heat sinks do I have? Just one in a bunch of, well, whatever. I can see synth heat sinks for days. I hardly take any damage on that attack run. That's good. Just the hull left. Let's see if I can do it without... Yeah, I bet I have enough ammo to do it. I'll just be careful not to shoot from too far away. Of course, I've got to restart my gun here to check. Or to burn it off. That roar of the FDL when it's like coasting around, trying to turn around.
I've always said, and I will always die on this hill, that this game has the best like sound design of any game I've ever played.
Yep. Undisputed. Undisputed. I don't love all the ship's engine sounds, but most of them are pretty cool.
Yep.
And they're unique enough, too, that there's enough difference between them. Shield down. Alright, let's get her. Now she's turning around to reload. Oop. Get out from under that swarm. I'll boost past her. Oh, I think they just ringed me. There it is. And here comes all the suicide missiles. They won't get me. Too fast. There it is, dead Medusa, 40 million.
Ooh. Well, I mean, that's a good test of a new build.
Yep, I mean it works. I would just love, and I think the next thing to try would be if I could possibly get a size 2 laser to cool me enough, not during attack runs, but just between, because I could put that on the dorsal surface somewhere and put the other shard cannon on the bottom, because it doesn't matter if the shard cannon's on the bottom, that's not a problem. If I get a dorsal surface shard cannon, then I feel like this would be like really, really viable, because I can orbit so much better if I can keep her up above, you know?
Right.
And keep the laser running. But I just don't, like, looking at the math, I don't think the size 2 laser would cool enough. But I don't know. Maybe I'll roll one up sometime and give it a shot. 2 size 1s does it, but that cools considerably more than 1 size 2. It's like almost 5 per second on 2 size 1s, but the size 2 is only like 2.6 or something. Anyway. That one will.
Programming limpet drone.
He'd having to have that data link scanner fire group in there. Go away, data link scanner. %. All right, let's go. See if I can be better at scooping. We got just 2 things.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Ooh, ooh. Got it. Heart.
Limpet successful.
Thank you, Repair Limpet.
Man, I am so spoiled by the collector limpets. I can't
Yeah.
cargo scoop anymore.
Well, there's no way I'm carrying collector limpets on this ship with the few internal slots I have
Oh no, definitely
at
not.
my disposal. I only have 1 hull reinforcement, 1 size 1 hull reinforcement on here. Hey, dead Medusa. Sorry about you. Okay.
You're not sorry.
I'm not. That was absolutely a lie. All right. I have a mission to turn in. Oh, good times. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty good test of the FDL. I want to increase the size of the AFMU, so I will take my other module reinforcement from a size 2 down to a 1, flip that around, and I want to test if a size 2 turret will cool the ship enough between attack runs. You don't need hell if you don't get shot. Yeah. I did pretty good. I had this thing down into the 40s on one of those attack runs, but 2 repair limpets brought it up to 95. It's ridiculous how well it works. I have 1325 hull on here, but I always focus more on module armor and AX builds anyway, because that ends up being more important. You can repair hull easily, and really I can repair modules easily too, but if they start to fail, it hurts a lot worse than if the hull gets low. It doesn't change how my ship flies, you know?
Flight assist off.
Yep.
Docking request granted.
Wonder how it'll be in a wing. Again, I need that laser to be different. It's too much of a pain to have to point the bottom of my ship at the stupid Thargoid. Can't boost and keep him in sight. Yeah. Kind of a pain. But hey, I killed a Medusa with it.
Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity compromised. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Oh, reputation. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna hang around here. I'm taking the stupid focus crystals. Yeah.
Incoming message.
Because I don't think we're gonna stick around here. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call this off. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I was getting
watching.
ready to,
Thanks for
I was
hanging
getting
out.
ready to peace out myself.
Yeah, all right. Good timing then. All right. Thanks, stream watchers. Thanks, FDL. You did good. See you next time.
Thanks for watching my friend's stream.
Good night.